Today we're going to be taking on a bit smaller of a trade. It's actually not much tree here. It's a much newer trade. It's still kind of developing. It's only been a couple years. Uh, but there is still some room for growth in the future. This is the Joey Gallo trade tree. Approaching the 2021 trade deadline, the Yankees were making a push for the playoffs. 2.5 games back of the second wild card, they decided to boost their offense as reigning home run champion Luke Voit was out with an injury. They replaced him with Cubs first baseman Anthony Rizzo, but they also had a hole to fill in left field. So they went to the Texas Rangers, who were already 30 games under 500 and on their way to 102 losses that season, to acquire a starting left fielder who could fill in for the injured Aaron Hicks. Now, Joey Gallo was a longtime Ranger. He debuted in 2015, and he played parts of 7 seasons at third base and across the outfield. He was an All-Star in 2019 and again in 2021. But he was a year and a half away from free agency, and Texas, as I mentioned, was not doing so well. They were heading towards a rebuild or at least a retool. And so it didn't look like Gallo was going to remain a part of that team. And rather than going after some of the Yankees' top prospects, the Cubs got two of their better names, the Rangers instead received four of the Yankees' top 30 prospects. So here's the trade. The Yankees got Joey Gallo and relief pitcher Joely Rodriguez. And the Rangers received the Yankees' number 14 prospect, Josh Smith, their number 15 prospect, Ezekiel Duran, their number 23 prospect, Trevor Hauver, and their number 28 prospect, Glenn Otto. So how did my Yankees do? Well, Gallo was decent down the stretch in 2021 with the Yankees, but not quite what they hoped. His OPS dropped from 138 with Texas that season to 93, and his strikeout issues worsened in the Bronx. He finished the season leading MLB with 213. But the Yankees as a whole rebounded to finish with 92 wins and reach the wildcard game. In that game against the Red Sox, Gallo went 0 for 4, including leaving runners on base twice, and the Yankees lost 6-2. Heading into 2022, Gallo was penciled in as the Yankees starter in left field. The rest of the team performed historically around him, nearing the 2022 deadline with a 70-34 record. But Gallo was arguably the worst batter on the team, with a 76 OPS plus in 82 games. The Yankees traded for Royals outfielder Andrew Benintendi, making Gallo expendable, and at the deadline they traded him. In his 140 games as a Yankee, Gallo was worth .5 WAR. The Yankees sent Gallo to the Los Angeles Dodgers, and they got back pitcher Clayton Beeter, their number 15 prospect. Beeter reached AAA partway through 2023 after dominating AA. He struggled a bit with a near 5 ERA in 14 starts, but some of his peripherals still looked really good. He kept strikeouts up with 11 Ks per 9, and he held batters to a 227 average. At this point, he's likely going to be one of the first guys called up by the Yankees when they need another arm in 2024. Joely Rodriguez performed pretty well after joining the Yankees, with a 154 ERA plus and .3 WAR in 19 and a third innings. Before the 2022 season, he was traded to the Mets for relief pitcher Miguel Castro. Castro missed 2 months with a shoulder injury and was not good in his limited time. He put up a league average 99 ERA plus and minus .3 WAR in 29 innings, then left as a free agent after the season. So altogether, the Yankees got .5 WAR out of this trade so far. There is still some hope that Beeter will turn into a legitimate major league arm, but that's not really what you hope for when you trade 4 of your top 30 prospects. So now on to Texas. How have the pieces they got from the Yankees done? Well, Smith reached the majors in 2022, and over the last 2 seasons, he's played in 163 regular season games with the Rangers. He's struggled at the plate with 67 OPS plus, but he's performed very well defensively at short, third, and left field, well enough to produce 1.1 WAR. He also appeared for the Rangers in the 2023 World Series. He never came to bat, but Bruce Bochy used him as a defensive replacement in 2 games as Texas won the franchise's first title. Duran also reached the majors in 2022 with the Rangers, and he's appeared in 180 games over the last 2 seasons. He's been a solid, about league average hitter, 98 OPS plus, but he's had trouble finding a spot defensively. He's appeared everywhere in the infield and both corners in the outfield. Altogether, he's put up 1.1 WAR. Now, Texas left Duran off their postseason roster in 2023, but he played in enough regular season games this year to be considered also a World Series champion. Hauver hasn't reached the majors yet, but he's still in the organization. He spent 2023 in AA, and he's only 25, so there is still some time for him to reach the big club. Otto joined the rotation down the stretch in Texas, and he stayed there through the 2022 season. Across 33 starts, he pitched to a 76 ERA plus and a 1.4 WHIP, which led the Rangers to look for reinforcements. Before the 2023 season, they signed stars Jacob deGrom and Nate Eovaldi, and Otto missed the first half of the season with injuries. When he returned, he joined the bullpen. He had trouble as a reliever with a 48 ERA plus and 1.8 whip in just 6 appearances, and in September he was placed on waivers and claimed by the Padres. Overall, as a Ranger, Otto is worth minus .9 WAR. But altogether, Texas has gotten 1.3 WAR out of this trade, which is better than the Yankees already, and they have 3 young pieces still in their organization. Now, however, the Rangers are in a really good spot regarding their position players between Nate Lowe, Marcus Semien, Corey Seager, Josh Young, Adolis Garcia, Evan Carter, and Leody Taveras. They have their infield and outfield under team control for at least the next 3 seasons. So both Duran and Smith do have potential to take the next step. Smith in the field, Duran more at the plate, but at the moment, there really isn't a spot for either one of them in Texas's starting lineup. So I don't expect that jump to happen if they both stay with the Rangers. Now, it wouldn't surprise me to see this tree grow in the next couple years if Texas decides they need more bullpen help. It's something they've struggled with. And they trade one or both of these players to add a couple relief arms. But even with that, the Rangers are the winners of this trade. Not only do they have the better players, but they got a title out of it. And although this is a recent trade, I can't see the Yankees taking this as the winners, even if Beater becomes a legitimate major league arm. I don't see it. The Rangers got a title, and they have the better players. So it's kind of a huge win for them. Anyways, let me know down in the comments who you think won this trade, or if there's any other trades you want to see me cover. Give this video a like if you made it this far, and I'll see you in the next trade tree.